Hi everyone, welcome to this reading. We are going to take a look at what your next vacation is going to be like. So we have four piles over here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And yeah, use your intuition to guide you as to which pile you're most drawn to. You can pick one, you can pick multiple. If you're not sure how to engage your intuition to pick your card, then you can watch the video in the ribbon above and it will walk you through it. In this reading, we will be using mini tarot, some letters and charms, as well as astrodice and tarot oracle as well. Okay, so let's get into it and see what comes up for you. Hi, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So let's take a look at the oracle energy first. We have discernment coming through. Now let's get some charms here for you. Not too many. Oh wow, okay, so this one was coming out as well. And let's see if we can get you some letters and tarot. That something fell. Alright, so we have a yacht or a sailboat. We have a magic wand, or like magic and like star energies or wishful thinking. We have music and leaf. We have a car as well. So it seems like there's going to be some traveling going on. Perhaps you're going towards nature, but it seems more like a cultural place. If this is already resonating with where you are, maybe it is that you are staying where you are, but you're really making the most of everything you have available near you. We have the letters N, D, R. So this could be your initial, someone you know, someone you're close with, their initial, someone you're going on a holiday with as well. We have the 2 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, and we have the 6 of Cups. Right. Yes, 6 of Cups. Okay, so it seems like it could be that you're visiting some place that you have been before, or something that really engages your inner child. Okay, so for example, going to the beach or going to a forest or going to a meadow, something that really reminds you of some happy times in your life. So there's that nostalgic, innocent, but just loving feelings all around. I kind of feel like you're also going to be traveling with friends. So I don't know how long this vacation is or how many plans you've already made, of course. Take it as it resonates. But some of you can be going with friends and you have like a lot of different things planned for your vacation time. So yeah, part of that can be going to a music festival, for example. You're going, sailing, you're going to a nature or an island even. And it feels like you have kind of a very busy time planned for you, and even if you're not planning it feels like it'll become busy as you are already in the holiday. It's like, for example, you reach some place and you're planning to go to a festival the next day, right? But while you're there, you see that there is also another carnival happening, and also there is a cool restaurant you found, which was not in the original plan, but now that you see it, you're like, okay, maybe we should check that out. So it can very quickly become busy, and it seems like there are going to be multiple people in this group, at least 5 to 6 people. 5 to 6 people with like friends. Can be cousins if you gel with your cousins, but yeah, it seems like more like-minded people and kind of youthful energy that's going on here. So yeah, it can be that you are kind of not, I wouldn't say clashing, but like everyone has something to add to the plans that could happen. Like one person is saying, let's check out that restaurant. The other person is saying, no, let's go to a cafe instead. They also have nice food. Another person is saying, we need to go here, then here, then here. It makes sense for the route we have planned. But then another person is saying, yeah, sure, but this is more interesting, even if it is way off. Sure, but that's going to take a long time, etc. So there might be a lot of back and forth happening and trying to do everything in a short span of time. So it can feel much busier than you originally expect it to be. And it makes sense why you have the discernment card over here as well. Like you have to really really pick and choose, like what do you really really want to do, or like you must do, and it would be really a miss if you don't do that or don't go to some place. So yes, you have to make some decisions and, like, cutbacks as well, even if you're not really fond of that. But it's awesome that you have so many options, so that's really cool, right? Doesn't always happen. So it seems like you're going to someplace interesting with fun people, and so you kind of want to do everything at once. Okay. The letters, by the way, can be indicators of where you are headed as well. So it's an important location, a significant person around you, or your name. What else can we know for pile number 1? Their next vacation time. Also, I'm getting that let's say you have a month-long vacation or 2 months or something, the discernment can be pointing towards, like, how much time do you want to spend on having fun or taking a lesson or course, or how much time do you want just for yourself to relax, do nothing, how much time is for family, etc. So you have to really think about it, kind of segment things. Otherwise it feels like there is so much going on that time is just going to fly. Okay, we have move beyond intention to belief with card number 5. We have fill your cup with sacred giggles and creator alchemy. So this, again, like the magical energy that's coming through. So a wish might be coming to fruition here. You might be going to a magic show. Or you're someone who practices magic and manifestation, and this is the time when you're really engaging with that. If you've not already, you kind of might feel in a more positive mindset and higher vibration. So like whatever you're really wanting, you're very clear about that, so that can really help in making headway towards the manifestations you're trying to make happen. Now, fill your cup with sacred giggles is a very creative card, super joyful and warm and loving. So it seems like there's loving people around you, and the place you're going is like sunny, bright, warm, and it's just fun overall. I feel like where you're going is very cultural, and the people around you are interested in that. So art, music, food, all these types of things. It's different stuff that's happening. Yeah, and move beyond intention to belief is also pointing towards that manifestation energy. It might be that, like you have been trying to manifest something and you see some sign or symbol that's a very clear progress, right? Let's say you want to do a certain course, but let's say in art, okay, and you're not really sure if that is for you or not. So you go someplace and you have a chance to really see for yourself what life as an artist would be like, and what is the routine, where do they go. So you have more of a direct link, and you can sort of take notes of the organizations you could apply to, or you might make some connections that are interesting. You're just celebrating with them, you're partying with them or something, and you just you happen to take their email or their number or their Instagram, TikTok, something, and it just really opens up the doors for you, and it gives you more faith that maybe it can be real. Maybe it really can be real. Now, it's obviously one thing that you're believing as you are trying to manifest, but then when you see it with your own two eyes also happening, that takes it up another level, right? So I'm getting that you have that upgrade, right? And also your energy is just improving overall. If you're just needing that break, this is that break. You get to experience lots of things. You have a lot of fun. You're spending time with people. And it's just overall giving you the break that you are looking for as well. What else? Okay, if this was popping out, where was that? 2 of Cups was coming through. Pile number 1. Now, this is another message that's coming through now, is some of you might have exes coming back. And it's going to be your choice. Like, the discernment again, like, is up to you, whether you want to go back to that or you're like, nah, that was not really for me. So I'm gonna move on to the next thing. Or like, I want to be by myself right now, because we have the wolf as well, so lone wolf energy. You're kind of deciding for yourself. That's essentially the vibe I'm picking up on. And with all these butterflies going on in the background as well, it's like you're going through this personal transformation here of how to decide for yourself, how to, determine what is good for you, what is not good for you, whether you're going to work on your personal evolution and what are you going to work on, or you have worked plenty and now it is time for you to go out there and really express the changes that you have been experiencing inside of you, right? So it seems like you are not being influenced by outside sources. And if that's something that you've been working on, then excellent, like you're achieving that goal. But yeah, if you want to make connections, friendships, networking, even romantic connections. Sorry about that, the mic was tilting. Even romantic connections, then yeah, that is quite likely to happen. We have the 8 of Wands. So like I said, it's going to be so busy that time is going to fly and you're not going to know where the vacation went. So really enjoy every moment, even if there are some indecision or like arguments of, well, do we want to go here or there? That's part of the process. It's part of the fun. And yeah, be grateful for, having that many options to even debate on, right? And yeah, 8 of Wands also talks about communication, travel, positive endeavors, the outcomes of things, any communication that you want to be having. It's likely to go in a positive direction for you. You're going to get the clarity you need as well. Yeah. Things are just fast, they're clicking, and it seems to be quite exciting. The 8 of Wands is fireworks as well. So chemistry with someone, it feels like fireworks are, blowing off everywhere. It's like, again, like the enthusiasm of the people around you is also very contagious. We have the 5 of Pentacles. I feel like there is that sort of the transformation that I was talking about of not knowing who you are or where to go, what to do, what's the correct path. I think you're going to be finding the clarity now of like, oh, I had the answer all along and this is what I need to do. The vacation can also be a time that you're learning how to not just go with the crowd and just do your own thing and be completely fine with that. So let's say all of these plans that are being made around you for you, you just don't care about. You're like, you know what, I want to go visit this concert, this festival. If someone's coming with me, great. If not, fine. So that's the kind of energy I see, that you're fine with being by yourself. You don't seek it, you're not trying to be alone, but if that's what has to be done, then it has to be done. But you are following your joy. The 5 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, both of them point towards like the 5 of Pentacles is kind of a helpless energy of, I don't know if I can do this myself, but the 5 of Wands is like, no matter what, I'm going to do this by myself. So there is a shift. And 5 of Wands also points towards like competition and conflicting ideas and stuff. So someone might say, let's take the car. Someone else might say, no, let's go on a cruise. Someone else might say something else, and you're like, you know what, this is what I want, so that's what I'm gonna do, right? Now, also, if you are experiencing conflicts in your life, this is a break that you really need to resolve those conflicts, right? So even in the case of exes, even if this person does not physically come back and you're not physically trying to pursue this connection, you might be finding the closure that you're looking for. You're trying to get over them, you're trying to fight against your feelings, but in this time, you're really getting over that and you're noticing that I have the answer. And so that clarity gives you extra boost of energy to carry on forward. and away from old stuff. So it seems like a reset, a new beginning, a change that you are looking for. There's progress happening here as well. So yeah, lots of wonderful things. Let's get you Astro Dice. We have the 9th house, we have Taurus, and we have Uranus. Yeah, 9th house talks about foreign travel, but also long distance travel, right? So it's not like a day trip, basically, right? Maybe a week or so you might go. Taurus points to comfort zone, meadows, forest, nature stuff, and Uranus is creating that change, making change happen. Is that, and there can be like unexpected plans and changes that are happening as well. Uranus and Taurus is sort of like, Uranus is saying, okay, let's change everything, and Taurus is like, why do we need to change anything at all? Let's stay as we are, so that might also be this back and forth of, why are we trying to change everything? We had a plan, why aren't we sticking to that? So that could be your stance on the topic. But a little bit of change is nice. And Uranus and Taurus is really helpful for, a change that you want, but the luck is not working, or that you're waiting for the holiday, but the times are not changing. You still have to work, you still have to go to school, etc. And you're waiting. When is that change going to happen? And so this is a time where you have a break in the pattern. Something that just got stuck in a rut gets to open up now. Okay, so 9th house is in a nice position to your personality, and so it kind of brings blessings, opens up creativity. It gives you a higher perspective as well. You might be interested to learn a foreign language or explore a different topic. Let's say, again, you're trying to choose your electives for your college, or you want to decide which track do you want to go for, what profession are you resonating with. You might find a nice teacher, a nice mentor, or someone who is elder to you who can give you some useful advice. And this elder person doesn't have to be elder in terms of age. They can be just more experienced as well. But it just overall is pointing towards broadening your horizons, and you're just seeing a lot more clearly about yourself, your life, and where you want to head next. Okay, so it just overall feels super, super refreshing. Okay, and anything you feel stuck with very likely is going to shake loose. So that's what I have for you, pile number 1. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope the messages resonated and help you out. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like the video to support, and subscribe as well. Share with someone if they are also curious about their vacation. I will see you some other time. Take care. Bye. Hi pal 2, welcome to your reading. Let's take a look and see what your vacation is in store for you. Okay, we have play. That's fun, right? We have nice colors going on here. It's soft, pastel, feminine energy. So it seems like a harmonious, easygoing type of thing, sort of in your hands. I'm feeling like you're meeting friends, you're going to cafes, you're just taking a walk, maybe having picnics. Yeah, that's what I'm picking up so far. Let's get some charms for you. Some letters and mini tarot as well. So HXJ. This can be initials of an important place you're going to, some significant person in your life, your initials, of course. We have it's a wasp, right? But I'm feeling, I don't know why I thought firefly first. That's the first thing that came to mind. So we have a black cat, we have a wand, and we have the Hamsa symbol. Yeah, one of my friends says that black cats bring good luck, even though that's not really the traditional superstition. And I've also like noticed that, yeah, it just is like bringing kind of protection and good luck instead of, yeah, what people generally believe. So it seems like with the full energy and the Seven of Wands, sorry, I forgot to mention that. It seems like your things are in your hands. You do as you please. You're doing something creative. I don't know if you're taking a course or something, but yeah, it is something creative. There's also spiritual energy here, spiritual protection. You're being shown the way, and it's as though the joy is part of the process. So do things that light you up, that bring you energy, that make you feel like, I can't wait to wake up again and color in my book, or make that mural. I don't know, whatever you're into, something that just really lights you up, basically. Okay? This is a symbol of protection and abundance as well. And the Fool is spiritually protected. Even the Seven of Wands, it's not shown here, but it's like you're able to defend your turf. So you have that high bubble of energy. I can maybe try to find it here and show you. That's what I'm visualizing. That symbolism. Yeah, there you go. So this bubble of protection, it's coming from within you, that gut instinct. And you have that energy because the universe is also protecting you. Your guides are watching over you. And as a result of that, you're kind of free to do as you please. You can go anywhere knowing that you are protected, knowing you are guided. And so you can be fully liberated in whatever you do. Okay? Let's get some more cards, see what's going on in your vacation. Okay, we have accept and receive, which I also associate with the feminine energy. We have creator water, also very feminine energy. And we have ambush fear with your ferocious dream. So it's like kind of getting like it's a quiet storm, it's a quiet rebellion. You're not dramatic, there's nothing crazy happening in your life, but it is very powerful. The silence is powerful, the flow is powerful. It's like that quote, nature does not rush, but it gets everything done. And there is nothing more powerful than nature. The humans and whatever we've created, that's going to vanish in like so quickly after we are gone, and nature is going to take over. So we might be gone, nature is still here to stay. So it's that kind of quiet feminine power that is just, you cannot take over that. It's just not possible. That is going to be there, right? So you're tapping into that internal power that you have of, I can make this happen. Let it take time. Oppose me all you want, but I'm going to keep flowing. I'm going to make it happen for myself, right? This can be pointing, because there's so much artistic stuff, it might be that you want to make it in this field, and so that's what's coming through. Or this can be that you are trying to figure out what it is that you would like to do in your life apart from paying the bills, for example. Or are you trying to like combine your joy with paying the bills, whatever is possible, whatever you find realistic. But it seems like you're trying to find a way to express yourself more fully so that you feel more soulful in your life. You feel like you're connected to something deeper within you. It doesn't even have to be like you want to connect with the whole universe, not even like the whole like, oh, everyone's connected, we're all made of love, etc. Sure, yes, that can be, but I feel like you're like, I want to feel full of love, full of life. I want my life to be full of abundance. That's the energy that's coming through. And some of you have been told that you cannot do that. Okay, I don't know if I don't know if that's a recent thing, but it can also be like childhood programming that no, you can't do something that is creative and also make money. For example, you can't be spiritual and also make money, right? these types of conflicting beliefs that are there. So this vacation, I feel like you have that space to put your foot down and be like, no, this is happening. I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to make this work. I don't care what people have to say. I know that this can work, something of that sort. You could be going near water, somewhere that's kind of has cliffs. If you're traveling, you could be going somewhere there, and you're able to see for a farther distance, and it's like a relaxing holiday, okay? So if you're taking trips, it's likely going to be a relaxing place. For some reason, I'm feeling tropical. Okay, so you might see elephants for real. Elephants, lotus, ponds, rivers, like high vantage points. It doesn't have to be cliffs, but like you can climb up a tower and you can see really far. And I'm getting like there's some swamps nearby, and there you see fireflies or something, and they're like, twinkling stars, but on the ground. There's the monastic quality as well, so some of you who are more interested in the spiritual retreat topic, you might be going somewhere a little bit closer to the equator, and you are maybe a day or two in a monastery or something, or a temple, and you're trying to just calm down, take it easy, learn mindfulness, and how to really exercise that in daily life, and how to live organically, and stuff like that. You're really open. You're very, very open. The Fool is open. The play card means open-mindedness, open heart. And so you're really actually ready to receive clarity, guidance, abundance, etc. So you're in a very wonderful, optimal place to even manifest. You're letting things go. You're just not resisting anything. And it's just a super relaxing feeling that I'm getting. Like I'm almost getting sleepy now, that's the energy here. Okay, your intuition is also going to be higher. You see this crown chakra being lit up, same symbol in this card over here, and the water energy points to intuition. And the Fool also has high intuition. Also trust, faith, surrender. All these qualities are the Fool. Okay, what else can we know for pile number 2, their next vacation? Can even be that you're catching up on sleep. If life has been hectic, you're kind of looking forward to that. We have the 4 of Pentacles. Just taking what's needed, not hoarding, not, trying too hard or getting too stuck on the past. Okay, we're going to take the Sun. That's very decisively out. So closer to the equator, connecting with your joy, fun, life, source. The Sun represents childlike energy, a free spirit as well. So if you're even holding on to things very hard and you know that you have to let go of things, but you don't really know how to, the vacation time can really get you thinking, or you go to such a place that helps you out. Maybe you take a course that helps you connect with your inner self more, or you find a mentor, teacher, someone inspiring in your life that can help you out that way. We have the Six of Pentacles, being more in flow and harmony with prosperity, abundance, your energy. That's also a yes card for financial benefits. Four of Pentacles is in saving mode, and Six of Pentacles is in like earning, saving, investing. Kind of the money keeps flowing instead of, coming and going to just one set place. And we have the Hanged Man as well, which is pointing to resting, relaxing, seeing a different perspective. It can point to like recuperation and rehabilitation as well. So you might be really getting yourself out of the same old, and you're kind of taking a break from that to just help yourself, right? So yeah, taking a break, going someplace that is not your environment. Let's say you live in the northern part of the world, or the southern, and you just need some more of that tropical vibe, which is so different. Like the vegetation is different, the animals are different, the weather is different, everything is different. So you're taking a bit of a break like that. The Hanged Man is also shifting and changing your routine. It's getting more involved with meditation as well. Total surrender, faith mode, just trusting in the flow of things, not forcing anything to happen, and just allowing things to inspire you as and when it does. Okay, so that lack of force is actually making things flow a lot more. You're opening up, you have so much clarity, so much joy and vibrance, but it's not like that naive child type thing, even though with so much play going on. It's actually coming from you're finally liberated enough that you can be experiencing childlike joy again, or for the first time, depending how your childhood was. Yeah, that's kind of that. And because this is happening, you are revitalizing your energy by the end of the vacation. You're like, all right, I'm ready to tackle, I'm ready to go for what I really want to do. I don't want to drain my energy anymore. I can't pretend that this doesn't make me happy. Your intuition again is being heightened over here. You might be getting visions, downloads, or just this strong feeling, which is that intuition or the gut instinct, even like pulling you from one direction to another. And while you might logically resist, you also find that your internal self and your joy is much more important to you right now. And you might have compromised on that previously, but you don't want to do that anymore. Virgo. Okay. I feel like this is someone who has picked this pile is someone who's wondering if they should stay in a job that pays the bills, or they should do something that has lesser pay but a lot more soul fulfillment. I feel like I'm talking to someone like that. I don't know why. For quite a long time there, I felt like I was doing a personal reading. It was that strong. Okay, then we have the Virgo moon in the second house, which also relates to self-worth, personal priorities, and what makes you feel good in terms of what you're investing your energy and finances in. Okay. Also points to saving and money management, energy management. Virgo is kind of about how you manage and organize stuff. So you're taking a look at that. Like, are you investing in the right places so that you have more security in the future? Or have you only been doing that and you're not prioritizing yourself, and so now you feel drained and as though you don't want to do the job anymore, or you don't want to go out there and do the same old routine anymore? Why is it that there is a desire to switch everything up? That erratic tendency, if that's coming through, is like, why is it so severe? That might be a question. But moon overall is like, take a look at your intuition and your emotion. That's the thing that's you're prioritizing a lot more. Okay. How can I manage things around me such that I feel good? So you might be paying for things as well that makes you feel healthy emotionally, psychologically, spiritually. Okay. It can even be switching up your diet, and that fills you up with more energy, perhaps more hydration, water-based diets as well. So more electrolytes, smoothies, and juices, and things like that. You might be investing more time and effort and even finances in. And that's really helping you out. It seems a lot like self-care, and part of that is making time to play, be creative, making time to meditate and connect with yourself. And also doing those things just for yourself is fueling you so much and making you much stronger for even beyond the vacation, right? So yeah, that's what I have for you, pile number 2. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like the video to support the channel, subscribe as well, and let me know if you have any other video requests or what you thought of this reading. Share with a friend, whoever is curious what their next vacation looks like. I hope the video helped give you the clarity. I will see you some other time. Take care. Bye bye. Hi there, welcome to your reading, pile number 3. Let's take a look at what your vacation has in store for you. We have naivete. There's the porcupine. Let's get some charms for you. Some letters, tarot. Okay, quite a few coming through. So we have a bird, we have a bow, we have a bee, and a leaf. For your letters, we have F, A, P. We have Hermit, Strength, 7 of Cups. So these letters can be your first, last, middle name, someone significant in your life, some significant location you're going towards. Okay, so we have Strength, Hermit, the Moon, 7 of Cups, Page of Cups. There seems to be a lot of dreamy quality going on here. Okay. You might be having a lot of dreams, or you have an overactive imagination, even a high creativity, high intuition. You have to kind of look inwards to make decisions. Otherwise, you might find that you have a lot of ideas and plans that you have set up for the coming times. For some reason, I'm thinking like Ace of Cups and Page of Cups with the P and A. But anyway, this is pointing towards like there are some plans that you have that you're enthusiastic about, but it may not be grounded, or like it may not be realistic in how it is executed. So you want to do many things, but if you don't plan for it, then it's not going to happen, right? So yeah, you have to kind of just ground it, right? We have the Hermit energy, which is about to make things possible, and the Strength energy as well, of like, yeah, let's make it work, let's make it happen. So the first step is to dream, and the second step is to make it happen, right? I was conflicted between Ace of Cups or Ace of Wands, but it might be Wands, because the F is like, I'm thinking of fire energy. So there's excitement, passion. For some of you, I think there's also this like romantic connection as well. I'm getting that rose-colored glasses type of feeling of, when something is new, you're exploring something for the first time, and it's just so exciting and joyful. It's fresh and untainted. So that's the vibe I'm getting overall. There's also confusion about, what can this be, right? Is it just me that is feeling something? Is it just me having a crush, or am I getting some signals from the other side as well? So yeah, there might be some occasions where you're connecting with a crush, Maybe you're going on a friend's trip and your crush is also in that trip. Or you're on a holiday and you meet someone there and you're like, wow, that's interesting. And, it's still in the beginning stages, so you don't want to ask questions like, what are we and where is this headed, etc. So the moon energy can be pointing towards, like, there is a certain amount of confusion, or like the future is not clear, the path is not clear just yet. But not knowing is also part of the fun, Okay, what else can we know? Pile number 3. Welcome the Divine Masculine. Collaboration of souls. This is the Two of Cups energy. I was just about to say that I'm getting also a girly type of energy here. Like, like the crush and excitement, the thrill of like, oh my god, what did they say about me? Or what do they think about me? That type of thing. So yeah, it's kind of that bubbly, playful type of light, bright nature that is coming through. But it's also for like soft things, So you have a, sort of a soft feeling for someone, and you're just curious, so do they also feel soft towards me? That sort of thing. So welcome the Divine Masculine can be pointing towards someone who is coming into your life, kind of embodies that masculine energy, and you're kind of welcoming that, you're open to it. And collaboration of souls is the Lovers and the Two of Cups energy, so there is a union happening. So yeah, and also Creator Air points to travel and communication. So again, you could be traveling somewhere, meeting someone interesting, and then communicating with them, or this is, just you finding someone that is interesting and you're communicating with or without the travel element. The Strength energy also points towards that masculine vibe. It's also like, live in the now, live in the present moment. Don't think too much about the future. That's the energy. I don't know if you're trying to tell yourself that so you don't get too ahead of yourself, and, you're also like, I don't want to scare this person away, and so I'm going to be mindful of what I'm saying, and etc. Right? The leaf then leaf and the bee actually is like, let the organic development happen. Don't force something to be something that it's not meant to. Let's see where this goes. Yeah, so naivete, it's also like, if you've not dated for some time, this can make you feel like you're in high school again. Or you're having a crush for the first time, or it's been such a long time that it's like refreshing, and kind of like, I never thought I would be having a crush at this age or at this time of my life, or in this place even. It's kind of coming at you in an unexpected way. I think you mentally are connecting with this person, and maybe you're more sapiosexual, or just intelligence and, similar thoughts, mindset, interests are just very exciting for you. That's like the first step of connecting with someone. So yeah, with the Creator Air, it seems like your mindset matches, so you are interested in seeing where the connection goes. But overall, it seems like this vacation time that's coming up for you is about communication, connection, people, networking, friendships, and also being in the present moment. Not overthinking stuff, basically. Okay, let's get to tarot cards. We have the Six of Swords, which is a very clear indication of travel or future forward, moving to the future, moving forward. And we have this red cape shawl kind of draped around her, and the red points to that masculine energy of like, take action, move forward, don't overthink, and just, take the steps that's necessary before you hold yourself back. Right? And have the courage to kind of follow through. So it can be that you're interested in someone and you're the one who's like asking them out even, right? So it might be like, ooh, that needs a lot of courage, but I think you are gathering that courage and you're kind of feeling into it, and you think, this is interesting and I'm curious to get to know this person more. And so you're kind of going forward with that. Yeah, but Six of Swords can just point towards traveling. You're going on a trip somewhere. We have Page of Swords also points to communication. It's curiosity, talking about many different things. So let's say you're a spiritual person, this other person is also like, yeah, I believe in things that are, otherworldly. Then you have all this range of topics to talk about, right? To see where both of your beliefs kind of lie. Page of Swords can also point to reunions. So if it's something that's being organized, like a school reunion or a college reunion, you might be going and meeting some people that, you might be visiting your alma mater, you're catching up with people you've not seen in a long time, and that's also sparking up a lot of conversations. What else? In that way also, naivety can be like, I was so young back then, I was so naive back then, or I was so hopeful, etc. So you might just be reliving a younger version of yourself in that setting. This can even be like, you're going to a place where you grew up as a toddler or something. You're like, whoa, I was so small when I was back here, and now I'm in college, and now I'm in high school. It's you're kind of reliving. It can even be like the last time that I came to the beach or I went to the mountains, I was like in this grade, and that's like 10 years ago or something, We have the Lover's energy, card number 6, which is what we were getting with the collaboration of souls. Relationships seem to be prominent for you this vacation. Can even be a vacation romance if that's something that you're okay with. That's something you're looking for even. And finally, we have the Four of Swords. That is rest, recuperation. The Hermit energy is like just winding down and resting your mind. You're not thinking too much, you're not overanalyzing, you're being in the present moment, letting the relaxation happen. The dreamy quality that we were getting with the charms earlier, this is, again, you're sleeping, so that's when you have dreams. Your dreams literally might have more symbolism. So much swords, and even the Gemini is represented by the Lovers in the tarot. Gemini is an air sign, and we have creator air, so much of the swords energy going on here. So communication, travel, mental clarity, mental activity, that's quite clear that's happening here. It really seems like you're moving away from a very busy mind to something that's just more externalized. You're not keeping all of your thoughts inside. You're saying it to someone, or you're processing it more deeply yourself. Meeting like-minded people is also happening. So even if it's not a romantic connection, you might meet someone that can be a long-term friend. Lovers points to making some choices too. So you're making a decision that in this vacation, I'm not going to take my laptop. In this vacation, I'm not going to, allow any negativity. So you're making a decision for yourself and taking a stand for it. And so as you do that, you feel the benefits of it, basically. Okay. You find that you have more energy as you are coming out of it. You have more determination, clarity. I'll be open to meeting anyone. So it's kind of setting a sort of resolution for yourself. as you enter the vacation, or like even within the vacation, you're like, someone says that I just live in the moment, and that gets you thinking like, maybe I should learn that, or maybe that will help me, and that would be really awesome if I could do that, you know. So yeah, something might just spark this sort of resolution within you as well. Apart from that, let's see, going to windy places or some place that's more high up so you can see more. So mountains, hills, towers. Fresh air is also something I'm picking up on, so away from the city. Yeah. You can even be traveling with one other person. So if you're married or in a committed relationship, then yeah, you might be traveling with them. What else can we know? We have the third house. Again, communication, thinking. Uranus is the higher mind, so that's realizations, epiphanies, and just breakdowns and breakthroughs of, out of stagnancy and into something more you, more authentically you. So anywhere that you feel like you've been lying to yourself, or you've been having to act as though you like something, you're enjoying something, etc. In this vacation, you'll have a break from that. You can just do what you want to do, basically. You don't want to think a lot, don't think a lot. You don't want to travel too much, don't travel too much. You don't want to talk to too many people, don't talk to too many people. You don't have to pretend to like someone either. So in this vacation, you're sort of like-minded people only, someone who feeds my energy instead of draining it all the time, with people that I can have a nice time with in places that I resonate with, which are fun to be around, and there's a lot to do, etc. And Leo, that is creative, playful, childlike spirit. It's exciting, it's colorful and vibrant. So yeah, you might be experiencing kind of more richness is what I'm picking up on, more richness in life. So naivete with that, in the Page of Cups even, there is a vividness to it. When you are children, for example, or you spend time around children, you'll notice that everything for them is a big thing. They start to walk, that's like the biggest achievement ever. They color, and the color itself is the biggest thing ever. It's the most vibrant, the most beautiful thing ever. So they kind of enjoy every single moment. They feel every single moment, actually, very, very deeply. So each experience is so vivid for them. So I'm kind of getting that you have your heart and mind open so much that every experience is vivid for you in this vacation. You go to a music festival, the music is vivid, the colors are vivid, the people are vivid in that way. And that's kind of, I guess, a respite from the usual humdrum, dull, gray, this and that, routines, etc. type of lifestyle. So yeah, the variation itself is so exciting and refreshing for you. And it's even better with Leos, you spend time with people you care about in places that excite you, and that's it, that just revitalizes all of their energy. Yeah. You might also be a leader, and you might be taking a bit of a break from that. Okay, so let's say you're a manager in your regular life. You are kind of letting off the reins, and you're like, yeah, you know what, whatever happens, happens. I've done my planning, I've done the job, and now it's time for me to take a bit of a break. And you do that, and because you take a break, you kind of are able to get back to that manager mode in a more motivated, self-driven kind of way. No one's forcing you to do it. You don't feel like it's draining your energy. It just feels like natural to you, So yeah, it feels like this is a chance for you to be more you, and all the activities that you're doing and the people you're surrounding yourself with are just additions to that. All right. So yeah, that's what I have for you, pile number 3. Let me know your thoughts. Hope it helped and gave you some clarity as well. Yeah, let me know in the comments. Like the video if you like the reading, subscribe as well to support the channel, share with a friend if they're curious as well to see what their next vacation is like. I will see you some other time. Take care. Bye. Hi there, Pal 4. Welcome to your reading. Let's take a look at what your vacation looks like. We have belonging. You might be going back to a family home, visiting your family. Okay. Some charms. So we have a bird, we have a clothespin, a church, or a clock tower, maybe both combined. We have, this reminding me of Wheel of Fortune, and we have the leaf as well. For letters, we have D and R. Maybe you're a doctor, someone in your family has doctor, so it could be a PhD or like a medical doctor. We have the Four of Cups, we have Knight of Pentacles, and we have the Page of Swords as well. So it seems like a take it easy type of break. There might be some boring bits as well, especially if you're going like to a family home or something. Then yes, you're having fun catching up, but then also there are some dull days. But it also is like, it's not staying boring. Okay, so it gets a little bit dull, and then you think of something to do together, and then you kind of keep going that way. Kind of imagining a backyard or like a balcony area where you are like hanging clothes, doing laundry, or someone in your family is. So the smell of washing, it's kind of, and the sounds of the clock tower, that's kind of reminding you of your, childhood days. I also feel you're being more grateful for the small little things that you didn't fully appreciate before. Things that you took for granted before, those things you're appreciating with renewed affection. What else can we know for pile number 4's holiday? Maybe you have a family tree in the backyard or close by, a tree that was there since you were a child. You're kind of seeing how much that has grown, how much you have grown. Celebrate your wins, success, and transformation. And let's get one more card. What is your honest truth? Perhaps you're climbing trees as well. Something with trees, okay? So because that's like a very prominent tree that's kind of taking up the entire picture there. Also points to ancestry, so you might be learning more about your lineage. Perhaps you're doing an ancestry test done, and yeah, you're just finding a lot more about yourself. You can be reliving sort of the patterns and things that you guys have been through as a family, as a lineage, what your forefathers went through, and therefore how your genetics have become the way they are, and your patterns and coping mechanisms and things like that, So yeah, it seems like you are learning those things, well, out of curiosity for one, but also doing so is going to help you create some changes in your life as well. Like you see the same tendency, let's say perfectionism, right? Like you have that, your mom has that, and your grandmother had that, so you see like, yeah, okay, it makes sense why I'm like this, because this is what I've been raised by. This is something we have kind of fostered in our family. On the one hand, it makes me very successful. On the other hand, it makes me insecure because I need that external validation, for example, right? So yeah, you learn this pattern and you're able to see it more objectively when you see it in someone else. And you're not like judging anyone for it, but it's just like, interesting, or like good to know. I see where that comes from. I see why I am the way I am, these types of things. So yes, you're learning a lot about yourself, but I think you're developing a lot more acceptance and compassion for the people around you, for your parents, your grandparents, your partner, just people who are close to you within your family. And I think you can also be a lot more mindful about how you raise your next generation, if that's something you're planning on. But more than that, you're just looking at how you can be leading a happy, healthy life. Now, what's your honest truth is, again, like the truth kind of comes out, or the clarity that's kind of, you've been like around it, it's been in the periphery, but if you've not quite put a finger on it, you might put a finger on it this time. Right? Success and transformation. Yes, it's like you're trying to make a change, but unless you can, yes, you can make behavioral changes, but it's also like when you know where it comes from, it just takes more of an anchor in your life, like, oh, I see where this is coming from. I like it, let's keep it this way, and I'm gonna upgrade on that. Or I see where it's coming from, maybe not the best for me for the future. It made sense once upon a time, but does not make sense anymore, so let me let go of that, right? Like back in the day, we were like hunters and gatherers, and survival was the only instinct that we had to rely upon. Fear was a tool, but now it's not as dominant, or it doesn't need to be as dominant in our lives. So fear can become crippling instead of what it used to be helpful, right? So things of that nature, something that helped our forefathers back in the day, but now it does not anymore, so we can change the pattern, right? So there's this type of kind of big, grand type of realizations that are happening, but you're also able to appreciate the little details of your life more. And in the bottom of the deck, I got the Four of Cups here as I picked it up. And I didn't look at the bottom for any other pile except yours, and it's the same as this one over here, Four of Cups. Yeah, that's what you didn't appreciate, what you did not see before, you're able to see now, and you're able to give love to that. Parts of you that you're like, yeah, I know I'm good at that, but whatever, I would rather be better at something else, So you're kind of neglecting the skills that you do have, thinking that that's obvious, or everyone has that, everyone knows this, what's so special about that? But then you realize that it is special, and it took a lot of generations for you to have that naturally, right? So yeah, that's that appreciation. What else can we know about the vacation, please? Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, it seems quite likely that you're going home, or you're connecting with family, relatives. It can even be that your whole family is coming together, perhaps during Christmas. Just a guess, just an example. It doesn't have to be, or over the New Year's or something. That's when you're taking a longer vacation, or you're traveling home, especially if you live far away from your, ancestral land. Eight of Pentacles, that perfectionistic tendency example that I was getting. What else? There's sort of a routine during your vacation as well. Perhaps you're working on building a habit or a routine, or changing your lifestyle. With the doctor thing there, maybe you visited the doctors and they're like, okay, you have these vitamin deficiencies. You can take the pill, or you can just increase more of these components in your diet, and your looking into different types of recipes and food habits you could cultivate, for example. Points towards rituals and manifestations too. We have the Three of Wands. That indicates travel overseas, likely, or crossing some type of water body to get to your place. This can also indicate like a family trip you're taking together. Three of Wands can point to like short trips. So maybe you're going on day trips, you know. What else? That's a yes card communication wise. There's more like hopeful, optimistic outlook, but it's not like, yes, everything's gonna be just amazing. It's not like too rosy, but like you can, yeah, it's a grounded type of optimism. You know, you're realistic. You're like, okay, this is how much I can see, so I'm gonna take these steps, and then hopefully that leads to something more. But I'm just feeling optimistic. And we have the Knight of Pentacles over here as well, which is that grounded, realistic, humble energy too. The Page of Swords is like uncovering, curiosity, investigation. So yeah, I think you're learning a lot about yourself. We have 10 of Cups, so it's going to be full of joy. You're connecting with your inner child, and if you have children, then you're connecting with them as well. Yeah, it's like family unit coming up twice. So yeah, it's likely you're going to be spending time as a family, going somewhere, doing things that is enjoyable for everybody. And yeah, it seems like even like with your partner, your relationship is strong here. Okay, if this is like you guys going with your children somewhere, then yeah, you have a strong relationship with your partner. Happiness, joy, belonging, warmth, love, abundance. Yeah, these are the things. And at the same time, even if you're having pizza once in a while, you're also making sure to have some salad with it, or, you know, also exercise along with that. So yeah, it just feels overall quite balanced. Yes, you're optimistic, but you're not unrealistic about it. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting like small joys. You know, like let's say when you were a kid, you used to bake, for example, right? But you lost that somewhere along the way, because sure, yeah, you can get a cake anywhere, and you can, you know, buy the ready to mix, ready to eat type of products, and so you never needed to make cakes from scratch, right? And also you didn't have the time for it, you didn't feel like, etc. But now you might be doing something that you used to do, even though there is an easier way to do it, you're like, no, I like the process, so I'm gonna do that. That's the vibe. Like we don't need to write in notebooks anymore, you know. We can just type everything. But if you like that feeling of pen on paper, then you're going to do that, even if it's, yeah, you know, according to the world unnecessary, or according to our work unnecessary. However, I'm loving the children in the background, so you might be catching up with nephews, nieces, cousins. Yeah, just children in your family are having a nice time. It seems like there's good health as well for everybody, not just you. There might be some celebration. Celebrate your wins is coming across. So like the hard work you have put in so far, you can see some, you know, results of that. The Three of Wands points to positive communication or positive rewards of some applications or interviews you might have given. And so there is a cause for, yeah, celebration, optimism, starting the next phase after the vacation on a positive note. Right? What else can we know for pile number 4? Oh, camping. Yeah, you can go camping as well if that's something you enjoy. There's like the tiki torches, and I was looking at the nighttime, and I'm like, when is the nighttime valid? It's somehow valid, but I don't know how the night is valid, is what I was feeling. So yeah, it makes sense. If you want to go camping or just a long drive at night and you're just going to look at the stars, something of that sort. This could also be for some of you, like you're taking your children to your childhood place for the first time, or yeah, that's something that you rarely do and it's been quite a while, so you're taking them to your childhood place and then you kind of watch them play the same way that you used to play, like climb the same trees, pick the same fruits, stuff like that. And it just really makes you wistful, kind of. Then we have Saturn, Capricorn in the 4th house. So Saturn is about ancestry and legacy. Capricorn also. And the 4th house is about family, roots, ancestry. So it really, really is so family oriented that if you're like, no, I'm definitely not going to be with my family, maybe this pile is not for you, because there's no other. Yeah, yes, there is of course like lifestyle, career, these types of changes that's happening, or like positive outcomes financially, but you're still like celebrating that with your family or people you consider family. Okay. So yeah, the family that you've created now with your partner, your children, that counts. Or even like for some people, your friends are your family. In that case as well, yes, you might be coming together, you get your children together as play dates, and you're just talking about family, talking about ancestry, legacy, hierarchy, etc. Just that topic is just very dominant for you. Okay, and through that you have lots of self-understanding, personal growth, future orientation, like you know what to do next. That's the idea. Okay, by understanding the past, you know what to do in the future, and you feel, I sense like a more sure-footedness about you. Like, yes, I know what to do, I know where to go, I know the right direction, I know how to steer the ship now. You see how you were raised, how your family raised you, and you see, okay, this is what worked for me, this did not work for me, let me see what my children need, or let me see what I need now to reparent myself, and let me make those changes. Okay? It's a very honest look at things, and people are sometimes afraid of being very truthful because the truth hurts, or it might be forcing you to acknowledge things that were painful, for example, right? But the truth also sets you free. It also helps you see that, look, that did not work. And you don't have to judge it, you don't have to hate it, you don't have to, stick to that. You just know that that doesn't work. So don't do that again. That's the kind of the point of how the truth sets you free, basically. So Saturn in Capricorn there is a force to that, like it forces you to see it. It forces you to ask those questions. It forces you in the sense of the information is here. The clarity is here. Now what are you gonna do about that? Those sorts of things. It can even be that you're noticing other people parent and you're kind of comparing, contrasting with your own parenting style. What type of family would you like to have? What you consider family? Like let's say this is the last time that you are spending a holiday with your family, and then you're moving away for some time. This might be also getting you thinking, like, what is family to you? Just connecting with them more deeply and stuff like that. Okay, very grounded, quite homey, like the home food, your home backyard, your home tree, everything is kind of homey. The birds and the starfish, like it's like liberation, regeneration. That's the quality that's coming through here. Resting at home, building new habits. Maybe you're learning new recipes from your parents, like some family recipes are being handed down to you as well, right? Yeah, so that's what I have for you, pile number 4. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope the reading helps you out, gives you the clarity. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like the video if you like the reading. Share with a friend, whoever's curious about what their vacation looks like, and subscribe to support the channel. I will see you some other time. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.